Is it possible to recreate a Spidey-Sense scene using real reaction speed skills? I just spent 2 weeks training my reaction speeds to the fastest they've ever been, so I can answer that question by trying to recreate these illusion scenes where Spider-Man's only way out is by putting full trust in his Spidey-Sense. Because this is real skills, where I'm learning skills from in front of and behind the camera until I can make my own movies. It took multiple teams 9 months and millions of dollars to create these illusion scenes. I'm going to try and recreate it in 1 week, with basically zero experience. This is part 2 of this Spidey-Sense challenge. In part 1, I used a heap of different approaches to cover 6 different pillars of reaction skill training. And in just 2 weeks, I managed to increase my reaction speeds by over 20% in 3 different tests. Does that make me Spider-Man? No, but I have made massive gains in some skills that Spider-Man's Spidey-Sense uses. So in this episode, I am recreating the scenes. And right now, I have no idea if I can pull this off. But first, I need the idea. Now look, even though there are some iconic Spidey-Sense scenes in the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and animated Spider-Man films, these illusion scenes from Spider-Man Far From Home have got to be my favourites. And yes, I do know that Tobey Maguire spent over 150 attempts to authentically catch that lunch tray. And the Corridor crew even proved in one of their videos that it can be done in even less attempts. But these illusion scenes, they're just going to work better for my idea. But instead of me trying to explain, I'll let my mate do it. Thank you, Tomo. You see, Scene 1, the illusion battle scene, is a collection of random nightmare scenarios, whereas Scene 2, the hallway scene, has a simple task of getting from one end of the hallway to the other. In both scenes, Spider-Man's goal is to retrieve Tony Stark's glasses. So what if you could smush them together and have it become a kind of escape room hallway, where Spider-Man has to complete a series of reaction skill tests in order to move on to the next room and progress down the hallway. Of course, with some zesty twists and turns along the way. Back to you, Tomo. Well, that's the concept. So I've picked 4 different reaction skills that have 4 different distinct settings, and I'm gonna need to complete each of these tests for real. If I can't complete them using the skills I developed in part 1, the scene doesn't get made. And it was at this moment I realized 4 real reaction skills, 4 different settings. This could take absolutely ages. Anyway, a pretty key part of any Spider-Man film is the iconic costume. And honestly, who hasn't wanted the chance to dress up in some sick Spider-Man costume and play the character? So this bit got me excited. So I went online, I found one that looked pretty decent, and I hit that order button. And then it was just time to try it on. It's not gonna work. Now, I could buy another one, but the problem is the good ones cost a lot of money, and half of them just look like 3D renders anyway, and I don't believe they're actually gonna be anything like they look in the pictures. But I think I have a solution. Some of my favorite moments in superhero films are when they're figuring it all out and they haven't got their proper costume yet, and they're in their like Mark 1 prototype homemade suits. And even though Tobey's homemade suit is iconic, I love the Tom Holland homemade suit more. Whoever designed that thing, mwah, chef's kiss. So I'm thinking I can try to copy that sort of look and create more of a homemade style costume. Now, the issue is I've never made a costume before, but I guess nor did Peter Parker, so no excuses. Okay, wait, I know what you're thinking. This doesn't look great, but just trust me, okay? I've got an idea that I think will make this whole thing look really good, okay? So, you know how in Spider-Man Homecoming, his eyes have these kind of lids that open and close to show different emotions? I think that I can replicate that with these pretty easily and pretty convincingly. These sound like famous last words. I reckon I can do it though. Okay, let me explain. I figure that I can literally just create like some basic black shapes in my editing program. And then I can track the eye lenses and then make these shapes just appear within those lenses. And then I can like move them around to show whatever emotion I want. So I'm giving it a test. I think we got something. I can deal with that. All right, Spider-Man's costume is done. But this whole thing does rely on a second character, Mysterio, who famously has a giant fishbowl on his head, which somehow they managed to make look really cool in the film. But I have literally no idea how I'm meant to recreate that with basically zero experience making costumes. But maybe I don't have to. You see, in the film, Mysterio, or Beck, has two different costumes, and one of them is based off a motion tracking suit, the same kind of thing that they use to make the films like Avatar and Planet of the Apes, all just using a grey suit with black and white dots thrown all over it. And I figure I can roll with that idea and make something good.
Whoosh! I don't want to break anything. Not that I'm that hench, obviously. Oh, we've already broken it. Just think that.
Again, look, I know this doesn't look great. I mean, I literally made half of it out of paper and Sharpies. But on camera, it just kind of makes sense. Just trust me, okay? Oh, by the way, this is Toby, who's going to be playing Mysterio. He's a personal trainer for people that love Warhammer. So actually, drop a little comment if you want us to make a Warhammer scene in this series. That could be sick. I'm actually, why am I smiling right now?
Yeah, no one can see you.
I haven't tried making something like this in 10 years, but I've been wanting to that whole time. So to finally go from an idea to actually pressing record, that felt good.
Oh! Yeah?
Smashed it.
So I want to break it even more that one.
Sure, I feel like that's quite an evil way to sit.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Stay still, 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 still. Okay, keep staying still. Now it was 35 degrees Celsius and humid in my flat all day because we were still in a heat wave that turned this country from the green and pleasant land into Arrakis. But even with the ridiculous amount of stuff Toby was wearing, fella soldiered on.
Is reach out and grab him. Come on.
So I reckon that deserves a like on this video for all of his efforts. And all the sweat he lost.
I thought you said they look bad. It got stuck on my finger.
Let's go! Now the plan was to get to the end of the day and we'd have everything filmed. But it turns out my lack of experience didn't really prepare me for the sheer amount we were trying to get. So by the end of the day, we'd only finished Toby's parts. And that is a wrap on today, mate. Woo! Thank you.
That was fun.
It's so good.
That's a wrap.
So now, it's my turn. Now look, the whole point of this series is taking skills that I've learned and using them in the short scenes. So on day 2, it is time for the reaction speed tests. And each of the 4 tests has a very specific reason for being chosen. Test 1 is reaction pads. These work by lighting up randomly one at a time, and then when you tap them, the next one lights up. And I figure these are a solid replacement for the drones in the hallway scene, because they're kind of techie and they are going to be taking a beating from my palms. In part 1, I gave myself 30 seconds to hit as many pads as I could, and I managed to improve by 20% by the end of the 2 weeks. In the 2-week challenge, I got up to 53 taps. 2 things right now though. This is a little bit of a different setup. It's a little bit wider, it's a little bit harder to see. And 2, for the short scene, I'm gonna be wearing my Spidey mask when I am trying to do this. I'm gonna do this for half the amount of time than I did in the challenge. So with all those things considered, I reckon my aim for this should be, we'll go with 20. That's a nice even number. Yeah. Right, let's give this a go. Ah, that was terrible. So it turns out wearing a long sleeve top, a short sleeve top, trousers, socks, shoes, and a winter ski mask when it's 34 degrees in my very British flat is a terrible idea. It's just misty in there, can't see anything. Here we go. So this was gonna be harder than I thought. So let's take a break and move on to test 2. For this one, I'm using the same reaction speed test that I used in part 1 of this episode, where I managed to get my speed to 230 milliseconds. And I'm using it to replicate this moment where Spider-Man touches this mirror and just crazy things happen. I actually haven't done this reaction speed app in a few days since I finished filming part 1, so I'm actually kind of worried about how fast I actually still am. Come on! 230. First try. Oh, okay, that was easier than I expected. For test 3, I've chosen the coin catching drill that boxers do. In part 1, it was a huge struggle to go from catching 2 coins all the way up to catching 6 coins thrown up in the air. But I pushed through those hardships because I really wanted to solidly get this skill, because there's this moment in the illusion scene where Spider-Man's girlfriend gets dropped from a tall building yet again. Like, come on, if you're Spider-Man's girlfriend, I think it's time for like a parachute backpack or something. Just stay away from tall buildings. And I figured using the coin drill, I could recreate this same kind of moment. But the day we were filming it, it was super windy to the point where the coins were literally being blown away from me. But we may have needed to be out of the location rapidly, so I decided to go for 4 coins, which was still gonna be really difficult. Oh, okay, apparently I'm retaining my reaction speeds. Nice. But those reaction pads with the mask on, they were feeling like they were gonna be impossible. After a few attempts of getting ridiculously close,
Oh, so close.
oh, I had to take a quick break to let my goggles demist. I am so warm. But I lined up for one more attempt and I let the Spidey-Sense power flow through me like I've done before. Yes! All right, that wasn't the cleanest, but it didn't actually impact the amount of pads that I hit. And I think I can probably use the messiness for some creative idea in the short scene. But we still needed this final moment of the scene where Spider-Man's Spidey-Sense goes full hog and stops Mysterio's invisible attack at the last millisecond. The best idea would probably be to have something like fly at me and I had to try and stop it, but honestly, I don't want to be making friends with a shovel on my face. But I realized I've already trained kind of the perfect thing for this with this reaction drill that F1 drivers do, where you have to catch tennis balls that are randomly dropped when you're staring at a fixed point. It tests the like peripheral vision element of your reaction speed, so I think it's perfect for this. So first we did a little bit of practice with the tennis balls.
You're making me laugh.
But I wasn't sure if we could go from the tennis balls to actually pulling it off with the idea that we made for this scene. But this is a spoiler-free zone, so you're just gonna have to wait till the end and watch the full short film to find out if I managed to do it. Earlier in day 2, we spent a bunch of time getting all of the rest of the Spidey shots. Some of them felt pretty cool to do. Others felt a little less cool. I don't know. That felt very dumb though. But we got what we needed and now it's just time to just edit all of this together. Easy. Do you remember I said that the original illusion battle scene took 9 months to create? Well, that's because they spent months iterating, prevising, doing render after render to dial in the entire sequence that was effectively fully CGI. And it took multiple teams of absolute creative geniuses to pull it off. I do not have their skills. So when I'm looking at the amount of green screen shots and VFX shots and transition ideas that I've got to get through, I'm starting to think that I might be in over my head. I decided I'm just gonna give it a go anyway. Because with years under my belt of watching channels like Corridor Crew and Film Riot, I figured I've got at least a baseline understanding of how to make some of it work. And over a few days, I learned the basics of fundamentals like green screen keying, planal motion tracking, different transitions using depth maps and gradients. And slowly, piece by piece, it was coming together. And I think I pulled it off. But instead of me yapping on anymore, here's the short film. No. Hey, Beck, are you ready, mate? We've got to get to MJ's escape room party in 10 minutes.
Of course I'm ready.
Dude, you can't be wearing that.
What, this?
No, the glasses. They look a little bit ridiculous on you. Come on, give them back.
Well, if you want them, come and get them.
Don't look so worried, mate.
What is this?
It's an escape room. Before the escape room.
What are you talking about, dude?
You've just got to be quick enough. Now let's test that Tomo tingle. Let's go.
Come on, Tomo Tingle.
Gee. What's that?
All right, mate, I've done your little game. Now come on, give me the glasses and let's get out of here.
All right. All you have to do is just reach out
And grab them. Come on. Come on. It's so easy. Reach out and grab them.
Oh, another test? Okay. Come on! Okay, Beck, enough, mate. We don't have time for this.
All right, but could you at least spot me some money for tonight?
What about those right there?
Here,
No funny business this time?
just look me in the eye and tell me you want them.
I want them, Beck. Right, are we done, mate? It's time to go.
I thought you said they look bad.
Yeah, on you. There are loads of films that I'm going to get to in this series, so subscribe and watch another video.